the on-deck circle. Our guest is Bees pitcher Dustin Mosley, and it had to be difficult for you with having to sit out for a couple of weeks, seeing some of the gems that were being thrown around you by the rest of the guys.
Absolutely, man. I mean, the beginning of the season, I was actually a part of that. We were all kind of just following one another and building off each other. And seeing Weaver go out there, the complete game shutout, and then Saunders following it up. So I tell you what, I was chomping at the bit to get back out there. I tried to throw a pin the next day after Joe threw his, and it wasn't happening. So hopefully I can get back on the grind.
Matter of fact, now that I think about it, you actually started it because your complete game win was, I think, the first 9-inning complete game that the team had in a couple of years.
Yeah, I guess that's right, man. They, like I said, having Weaver here now, he's doing his thing up there, but all of us, man, even, Ole was doing great, and he's going to get that back, and we were just feeding off one another. It was a lot of fun.
I would guess at this point you feel real comfortable out there now with your new delivery and your new placement on the rubber over on the far third base line?
Absolutely, man. I was just talking about it in the outfield last year, getting hurt. I thought it was the worst thing that ever happened. I was like, wow, would this happen to me? And afterwards it kind of ended up being a blessing because I figured this new delivery out just came up with these different things, and so far I've had success with it.
What's it like to work with a guy like Charles Nagy, who's won so many games for the Indians during the 1990s?
It's great, man. I mean, he doesn't overcoach or overthink anything. He lets you know what you need to know. And for pitchers, a lot of us are head cases sometimes. We think it's one thing or another. And he just wants you to go out there and compete and make pitches, get ahead of counts. And after you let it go, whatever happens, happens.
Finally, obviously growing up in Texarkana, that you had options as far as sports are concerned. Are there any other sports that you played besides baseball?
Yeah, I played basketball and football. I shut football down going into my junior year and just played basketball and baseball.
But what led you in the direction of baseball as opposed to basketball?
Shoot, man, I played all of them. My dad wanted me to play everything just to see what I was going to be the best at. I was athletic as a kid, and my sophomore year I started getting some recognition for baseball and doing different things. I made the Legion team and got to play a lot. And going into my junior year, man, I got invited to go to the what the heck is that stuff out in California in Long Beach?
Area code games.
I'm sorry, the area code games. And went out there and shoot, I guess I threw the ball pretty good because when I got home I had like 6 messages on my answer machine. And coming from Texarkana, and we growing up, we had enough. We didn't have a lot of things, but my parents weren't going to be able to put me through school, so that was the biggest thing for me, is getting a scholarship if it was basketball, football, or baseball, and happened to be baseball, and then I got drafted, and so on.
Hopefully last night's a step in the right direction, and you'll be back out there throwing your 9 innings again in no time soon. Dustin, appreciate your time for being our guest. You receive lunch or dinner for 2 at the Spaghetti Factory, so enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. Dustin Mosley, our guest, back with the starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. If I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
They're back. NXS Live. VH1 Classic proudly presents NXS, the Switched On Tour. June 7th, on stage at the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. NXS. All your favorite and music from their new CD, Switch. In stores now. For more, check out NXS.com. June 7th, the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. Reserve seat tickets are on sale now. Available at all Ticketmaster outlets by phone at 801-325-SEAT or online at Ticketmaster.com. In Excess, produced by Metropolitan Talent Presents.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time now to get you ready for tonight's game by giving you the starting lineups brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. For the visiting Tacoma Rainiers, managed by Dave Brundage, leading off the right fielder, Shin-Soo Choo. Batting second, the center fielder, T.J. Bond. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Chris Snelling. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Greg Dobbs. Hitting fifth, the first baseman, Todd Sears. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Hunter Brown. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera. Hitting eighth and catching, Guillermo Quiros. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Scott Youngbauer. Pitching for the Rainiers will be right-hander, Clint Najat. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper, here's how Brian filled out his lineup card. Leading off and playing center field will be Reggie Willett. Batting second, the third baseman, Meister Isturiz. Hitting third and playing second base, Howie Kendrick. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Nick Gorno. Batting fifth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, Mike Elward. Batting seventh and playing left field, Curtis Pride. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Corey Myers. And hitting ninth is the shortstop, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander, Jeff Haverlow. It's the Bees and the Rainiers wrapping up a 4-game series. The Bees trying to make it 3 out of 4. The Rainiers trying to earn the series split. We'll be back with the first pitch of tonight's game right after this timeout. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
You know, to solve the whole problem, you got to understand the parts. Top quality replacement parts from Checker. We work on our cars just like you, and we use Rayvestis brakes, Monroe shocks, Fram filters, and drive belts by Goodyear. They're all good parts, and the reason I use them is my whole family rides in my car. So come to Checker for the right part at a guaranteed low price.
We got it. Checker, we got it.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
The driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and tureen tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very very pleasant good evening and welcome to Franklin Covey Field on somewhat of an overcast evening here in Salt Lake City. It's the Bees getting ready to take on the Tacoma Rainiers in the final game of this 4-game series. The Bees head out west after the game. They'll be taking on the Fresno Grizzlies in a 4-game series at Grizzlies Stadium in downtown Fresno. An off day Wednesday and then a 4-game series that gets underway next Thursday against the Sidewinders in Tucson. Right now, the exchange of lineups going on at home plate. Brian Harper, the manager of the Bees, and the Rainiers represented by shortstop Asdrubal Cabrera. Bees trying to make it 3 out of 4 over the Rainiers. A win tonight would also guarantee them no worse than a split on the season series. The Bees have not won a season series with Tacoma since the 2003 season. So in just a moment, the Bees will take the field. Heather Elmer will sing our national anthem, and then we'll be ready to play ball on this Friday night in Salt Lake City. So if you can, come on over and enjoy Bees baseball as they take on Tacoma here tonight. Always an important game when you play a game against a team inside your own division. So the Bees jogging out to their positions, and the youngsters on the Field of Dreams teams with those same positions going to join their fellow Bees players out at their respective spots on the infield and outfield. Before we get our ball game underway on this Friday night here in Salt Lake City, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem to be performed by Heather Elmer.
Accompanying her is Steve Schindler with Liberty from the World of Flight Show at Utah's Hotel Zoo.
Heather Elmer with our national anthem, and a beautiful golden eagle from the Hogle Zoo, or I should say bald eagle from the Hogle Zoo. Standing by, and now a flock of birds released by the zoo, and a beautiful sight indeed here at Franklin Covey Field. Let's take the Bees around to their positions defensively. Curtis Pride is in left, Reggie Willits in center, and Nick Gorneau is in right. My Serious Tourist at third, Casey Smith at short, Howie Kendrick at second, and Mike Elward is at first. A battery of Jeff Haverlow pitching, and Jeff Mathis catching. For Haverlow, his second appearance for the Bees. He made the start last weekend in Las Vegas, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. He struck out 1 and walked 1, and surrendered 1 home run. Haverlow 0-1 with a 6.75 earned run average. Angels signing Haverlow from the Long Beach Armada of the Golden Independent League. Basically drove up from California and joined the Bees in Las Vegas and was the starting pitcher that very next day, going 4 innings in that outing against Las Vegas. Haverlow spent the last several years in a Tacoma uniform. His father, Dave, of course, pitched for Seattle, Oakland, and San Francisco in his career. So again, Jeff Haverlow getting the start tonight for Salt Lake. Haverlow spent all of 03, 04, and 05 with Tacoma, as well as a part of 2000, although in 2004 he made only 5 starts for the Rainiers, going 1-0, but then suffered a shoulder strain. He missed all of 2002 with a torn labrum. Haverlow, 6'1", 215, out of Moses Lake, Washington, former University of Washington star. Just about finished up with his warm-up tosses and will be ready to play ball on this Friday night here in Salt Lake City. Leading things off for the Rainiers will be the right fielder, Shin-Soo Choo, batting .281, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 5 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Choo 3 for 12 in the series with 1 RBI. So Choo getting set to stand in after tonight. These two teams will meet one more time, a 4-game series at Tacoma. The final road trip of the regular season for the Bees, August 28th through the 31st. So Choo, the left-hand batter, stands in. We're ready to go. Jeff Haverlow into his motion, and the first pitch to Choo is lifted down the line and left towards the corner. Curtis Pride drifting back is there, and he'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brings up the center fielder, T.J. Bond. Bond batting .241, 8 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 22 runs batted in for Bond. 1 for 9 in this series. That one, a triple in yesterday's game that drove in 2 runs. Overall this year, he has struggled against Salt Lake pitching with just 4 hits in 34 at-bats. He's Torres playing third, even with the bag, as Haverlow delivers, and it's a fastball inside at the knees, ball 1. Not much of a breeze here at the ballpark as Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole and left. Now Haverlow, the 1-0. Fastball inside at the belt, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Again tomorrow, Angels outfielder Darren Erstad will join the Bees as part of a rehab assignment. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside, 3-0. He'll be with the team for the entire series. Expected to DH tomorrow and play the outfield the rest of the series. Again, Bartolo Colon will start on Tuesday for the Bees. 3-0 pitch on the way. Low and inside off the glove of Mathis. Back to the screen, ball 4. So Bond at first, 1 out. Chris Snelling, the batter, hitting .288. 4 doubles, 1 homer, 10 runs batted in for Snelling. 4 for 8 in this series. So the infield, a double play. Left-handed batter at the plate facing Jeff Haverlow. Last year with the Rainiers, he worked strictly out of the bullpen. 46 appearances, a 6-3 record, 4 saves, and a 4.61 earned run average. And a lot of folks with their blankets spread out on the berms in left and right field. Haverlow ready. The first pitch to Snelling. Breaking ball inside at the knees. Ball 1. That's 5 pitches in a row that have missed the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Snelling, who's driven in 4 runs in this series. Haverlow's pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bees parent club in Cleveland playing the Indians in another spectacular outing for Jared Weaver. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs through 6 innings. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Started after it, held up as it missed low. 2-1 the count. Weaver has struck out 8 and walked 2. Not allowed a run so far in 13 major league innings. Tack onto that is 27 1/3 scoreless with the Bees at the end of his tenure here. The throw to first, and Bond is back. 40 1/3 scoreless. The last run scored off of Jeff Weaver was here on May 6th by Tacoma in the first inning of that ball game. Two balls, one strike on Stelling. Bond the lead at first. Haverlow ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss to the sinker, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away for the left-handed batter. Stelling homered and doubled yesterday. Drove in 4 runs in that game. Won by the Rainiers, breaking ball inside. And so now the count on Stelling is full at 3-2. See if Bond is on the move over at first as Haverlow steps off. Haverlow a couple of times now has gone to the backside of the mound, bent over, rubbed his left leg. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Haverlow ready. Bond takes off the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Throw to second base. Head first slide, and Bond is in with a stolen base. Stelling strikes out on the pitch, but Bond records his 8th steal in 10 tries. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Greg Dobbs, the left fielder. Dobbs batting .299, 4 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. Rainiers have scored first in every game in this series so far. As Haverlow steps out, Dobbs steps out of the batter's box. Runner at second base, 2 out, top of the first inning, no score here at Franklin Covey Field. Haverlow sets and the pitch to Dobbs. Low and outside to the left-hand batter, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. By the way, in that Angels game, Vladimir Guerrero, Dallas McPherson both homered. For Dallas, his 4th since going up to the Angels. 1-0 pitch to Dobbs from Haverlow. Swing and a miss at a changeup out in front of it, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe Saunders starts tomorrow for the Bees. Facing right-hander Jeff Peterson as the Bees meet Fresno for the first time this season. Now the 1-1 pitch to Dobbs. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit but foul outside the bag at first base. So the count 1-2 on Dobbs. Dobbs having a great series for the Rainiers. He's 7 out of 15 with a double and 2 runs batted in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jeff Haverlow trying to work out of trouble here in the first inning. Runner at second base, 2 out. Right-hander ready, checks Bond at second base, the pitch home. Off speed and just a little bit inside, 2-2. Dobbs steps back out of the batter's box. Haverlow thought he had the inside corner. A called third strike on that one, but did not get the call. So now the count 2-2 on Dobbs. Again, Haverlow set. The 2-2 pitch. Lined into center field, a base hit. Here comes Bond around third. Willits comes up throwing towards the plate, cut off by Elward. It's an RBI single for Greg Dobbs, and it's 1-0 Tacoma. Dobbs' 25th run batted, and he's now batting .500 in this series at 8 for 16. So for the 4th straight game in this series, Tacoma scores first. A runner at first base, 2 out for Todd Sears, hitting .278, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 5 homers, 24 runs batted in for the former Buzz first baseman. Having a solid series, 5 for 14, a double, a homer, 1 run batted in. First pitch on the way, a fastball strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. This will be the last game by the independent replacement umpires here at Franklin Covey Field. The umpire strike in the minor leagues is over, and the regular umpires will report for duty on Monday, June 12th, which will be the Bees' first game back home as they open up their longest homestand of the year. 14 games, 4 with Fresno, 5 with Las Vegas, and 5 with Sacramento. 1 strike the count on Sears as Haverlow steps off and throws to first base. 1-0 Tacoma here in the first inning. Haverlow stares in, gets his sign from Mathis. The 1 strike pitch. Fastball just a little bit high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Sears with Hunter Brown due next. And if this strike zone's the indication of what we're going to see the rest of the game, we're going to be here a while, folks. Same umpire we saw in the opening game of this series, ready to throw it down the middle. Here there goes the runner. The pitch is tapped foul at home plate. And the count on Sears is 1-2. Unless the hitter makes a mistake. That usually means a long game, a lot of walks, and a lot of hits. As we saw the first game when this guy was behind the plate, 15-14 turned out to be the final. 29 runs, 36 hits, or 34 hits, 17 walks. The 1-2 to Sears is high, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Hunter Brown, the third baseman, on deck. Dobbs the lead at first. He's 8 out of 11 in the stolen base department this year. Haverlow ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Tacoma 1. The Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Tacoma. Defensively for the Rainiers, Greg Cobbs is in left, T.J. Bond in center, Shin-Soo Choo in right, Hunter Brown at third, Asdrubal Cabrera at short, Scott Youngblood at second, and Todd Sears at first. The battery of Clint Najat pitching, and Guillermo Quiros catching. For Najat, this will be his 11th start in 50 and a third innings. He's given up 44 hits, 28 runs, 25 of them earned. He has struck out 34 and walked 26. Hit 2 batters, thrown 5 wild pitches, and surrendered 3 home runs. Najat is 5-3 with a 4.47 earned run average. The PCL batting just .238 against the 6'3", 225-pound right-hander Clint Najat. Reggie Willett to lead things off, batting .306, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 25 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Najat making his 3rd start of the year against Salt Lake. His first start was shortened to 1 inning by rain on April the 29th. 1-0 pitches low, 2-0 the count. His last time out here on May 7th, gave up 7 runs on 9 hits in 6 innings with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a wild pitch, and 2 home runs allowed. 2 balls, no strikes the pitch. Willits takes a strike on the inside corner at the belt, 2-1. Reggie with a home game on base streak of 21 in a row. Overall streak of getting on base in 16 straight games. The 2-1 to Willits. Low and inside as he skips rope to get out of the way of ball 3. 3-1 the count. Nijat, 25 years old, out of Parma, Ohio originally, now calls Newport Richey, Florida home. Good fastball and slider, the 3-1. Fastball high, and Willits draws yet another one. And the leadoff man is aboard for the D's here in the first. Reggie leading the league with 44 runs scored. Brings up Meiser Torres, hitting .286 so far on his rehab assignment. 1 double and 2 runs batted in.
Number 8, Meiser
Torres. 3 for 10 in this series. Pitch on the way. He shows bunt, takes the fastball high, snaps for the first. And Willits diving back, gets the right hand in ahead of the tag of the first baseman, Todd Sears. Ball 1 the count on Torres. Tying run at first, nobody out. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Tacoma. Hunter Brown in on the edge of the grass at third. The 1-0. Change up is high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Howie Kendrick to follow. The shot ready. The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner, just under the belt, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Outfield shaded towards left where he's Torres, a switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander, Nijat. Throw to first, and Willits is back. Reggie now with a team-leading 31 bases on balls. Done a great job in the leadoff spots, taking over for Eric Ibar. The 2-1, Willits takes off. The pitch is high. The throw in plenty of time, and Willits is an easy out on a head-first slide. Caught stealing, 2-6, and there's one away here in the first, and the count on Torres is 3-1. That wasn't close. Willits thrown out stealing for the 8th time in 21 tries this year. 3 balls, 1 strike on Torres. Nijat's pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nijat looks in, gets his sign, the pitch on the way. Swinging a tap foul over by the first base dugout, and it's still 3-2. Nijat last year, coming back from his strained forearm, only made 23 appearances overall, all in relief, 19 of them with Tacoma, as Torres takes a breaking ball inside, and that's the second walk in as many batters thrown by Nijat. Brings up Howie Kendrick, the second baseman. 0 for 4 last night to slip into second place in the league in batting average, 374. 14 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers at 30 runs batted in. Mike Pinto of New Orleans leads at 375, but he's currently with the Washington Nationals as Kendrick takes high, ball 1, and that's going to bring a visit to the mound from Guillermo Quiro. One and 0 the count on Kendrick, who overall 4 for 9 in this series, I believe. Actually 4 for 13 in this set. The pitch, breaking ball into the dirt, ball 2. Too bad Willits was thrown out trying to steal, and Nijat right now can't throw a strike. 2 balls, no strikes on Kendrick. The pitch. There's a fastball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. 1-0 Tacoma. We're in the first. He's with a runner at first. One out, the runner goes, swing and a miss, and the ball pops out of the glove of the catcher, Quiros, and Ysaura steals second base. Good thing the ball popped out of his glove. It didn't look like Ysaura got a very good jump at all. So now the potential tying run at second base with a count of 2-2 on Howie Kendrick. The shot glances back at Ysaura. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He struck him out. Good slider there. 2 outs here in the first inning. So it's up to Nick Corneau, batting .299, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 8 homers, 43 runs batted in. Corneau 3 for 10 in this series. Had his 12-game RBI streak snapped yesterday. As he went 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch. Corneau taps it foul. Back into the left of home plate. Strike one. No balls. 1 strike to count to the right-hand batter. Ysaura on at second base. Now the shot bent over. Straightens up. The right-hander ready. The 0-1. Corneau swings and misses and the count's 0-2. No balls. 2 strikes. Kind of a quiet crowd here tonight. No balls, 2 strikes. The shot. Bent over, looks in, gets his sign. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss to the curveball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. Couple of walks, and 1 runner was left on base. After the first inning of play, it's Tacoma 1. The Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up on our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzling Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzling Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzling Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
We go to the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Tacoma. It'll be Hunter Brown, Asdrubal Cabrera, and Guillermo Quiros. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the Rainiers batting order to face their former teammate, Jeff Haverlow. Don't forget, all Monday home games are Harmon's Family Nights with the Bees. Stop by your local Harmon store and pick up a Family Night voucher good for 8 family members for just $16. You can redeem that voucher at the Bees box office. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. The next Harmon's Family Night will be on Monday, June 12th, when the Bees open up a 4-game series against the Fresno Grizzlies. Hunter Brown to start things off, batting .273, 10 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 18 runs batted in. 3 for 8 in this series. Haverlow ready to go, and his first pitch on the way to Hunter Brown is low and inside as he chances to get out of the way at ball 1. 1-0 the count. Haverlow last year, pitching for Tacoma against Salt Lake, had an ERA of 0 in 5 relief appearances, totaling 6 1/3 innings. Now the 1-ball pitch to Brown. Inside again at the belt, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Then a roller coaster ride for Haverlow, who tied for the California League lead with 14 wins for Lancaster in 2000, but in 03 he was second in the PCL with 12 losses. 2-0 to Brown, low, ball 3. 3-0 to the right-hand batter. Haverlow, a former first-round draft pick, selection 33 overall by Seattle in 99 out of the University of Washington. 3-0 pitch on the way, and it's inside, ball 4. And Haverlow was not close on any of those 4 pitches. That's his second walk. His first walk blossomed into a run in the first inning. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera, the shortstop, hitting .267, 8 doubles, 3 homers, 16 runs batted in. 3 hits and 8 at-bats in this series. So runner at first base, nobody out. Brown 6 out of 7 in the stolen base department this year. First pitch taking a strike on the inside corner at the knees to Cabrera, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The infield double play depth. The Bees with 59 double plays turned this year. The 0-1. Fastball outside, evens the count at 1-1. A 1-ball, 1 strike the count. Haverlow taking a lot of time in between pitches. There goes the runner. He gets a great jump to throw down to second base, way offline into center field, but Willits backs it up. Brown had the base stolen regardless of the throw, but that throw hooked on Mathis beyond the shortstop Casey Smith. So the count on Cabrera is 2-1, with Brown now at second base. Again, Tacoma trying to earn a split in this series. The Bees trying to make it 3 out of 4. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Bees took 3 out of 4 from Tacoma earlier this year here at Franklin Covey Field. The 2-1 pitch is outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. These two teams split the 4-game series that was played earlier this year in Tacoma. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Haverlow's pitch. Lined left center field, base hit up the alley, racing to cut it off. Pride knocks it down. Turning at third, Brown comes in to score. Cabrera at second base with an RBI double, and it's 2-0 Tacoma. Cabrera's 9th double and his 17th run batted in. That'll bring up Guillermo Quiros, the catcher, hitting .291, 5 doubles, a homer, and 13 runs batted in. Quiros 2 for 4 in this series with both of his hits doubles, and he drove in 3 runs in that 15-14 Bees win over Tacoma in the opening game of this series on Tuesday. So 2-0 Rainiers, and they have a runner at second with nobody out. Haverlow's pitch. Started after it, held up as the pitch is low and outside. Mathis sliding across to his right to block it. Bad news for San Diego. Left-handed pitcher Sean Estes has decided to have reconstructive elbow surgery, and he'll miss the rest of this season and possibly the start of 2007. The 1-0. Quiros taps it foul up the third base side, 1-1. Estes, of course, came up through the Giants organization. Saw him pitch at AAA Phoenix when they were the Giants affiliate. 1-1 the count on Quiros. 2-0 Rainiers here in the second. Now Haverlow ready. The pitch. Inside with a fastball, 2-1 the count. Haverlow struggling with the strike zone here in the early going. Two balls, 1 strike. Now Haverlow's pitch. Ground ball, backhanded on a sliding stop by Isturis at third. Gets up and throws to first for the out. Fine play by Meister Isturis, taking extra bases and an RBI away from Guillermo Quiros with a sliding backhanded snap behind the bag. And that could very well be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. Stay tuned for the 10th inning show after the game to find out. One away. Now the batter, Scott Youngbauer. Second baseman batting .200. 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. First pitch, breaking ball, inside at the belt, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Youngbauer. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Haverlow. Checks the runner at second base and comes home. Low and outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Scott Youngbauer. 2 for 5 with a home run last night, 3 RBI. First 3-run home run in almost a month by the Tacoma Ball Club. The pitch, fastball, strike in the outside corner at the belt, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Youngbauer with Shin-Soo Choo due next. Now the 2-1 delivery from Haverlow. Ground ball, right side, scooped up by Elward, and he'll race it 4 steps to the bag for the out. Cabrera advances to third. So 2 down. That'll bring up Shin-Soo Choo, fly to left on the first pitch of the ball game. Well, Jared Weaver finally gave up a couple of runs, but Kevin Gregg taking over for him now, with the Angels leading the Indians 9-2 in the 7th inning. Ironically, Gregg taking over for Weaver, considering that Weaver tied Gregg for the Salt Lake franchise record of 27 in the third scoreless innings before being promoted. There's a breaking ball strike at the knees, 0-1. Joe Saunders has 23 2/3 scoreless innings consecutively going into tomorrow's start at Fresno. The 0-1. Choo grounds 1 foul up the right field side, and Netman scoops it up with the big fishing net, and will hand the ball over to a youngster. 0-2 the count on Choo. The outfield straight away. Haverlow from the belt, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. The Rainiers get a run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner was left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Tacoma 2, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
It's coming, and it's coming fast. The world's greatest riders on the world's fastest motorcycles, escaping danger at every turn. It's the AMA Superbike Championship at Miller Motorsports Park. Miller Motorsports Park delivers Utah onto the stage of world-class racing with the inaugural Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, presented by Parts Unlimited. See this thrilling race Friday, June 16th through Sunday, June 18th. See every hair-raising turn on the newest, longest, and finest racetrack ever built in North America. Plus, you'll witness AMA supermoto riders competing in a high-flying aerial assault that will have you holding your breath. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster or by calling 325-SEAT. That's 325-SEAT. The Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, June 16th through the 18th at the brand new Miller Motorsports Park in Tooele. It'll make your heart race. For more details, visit MillerMotorsportsPark.com.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Tacoma. Jeff Mathis, Mike Elward, and Curtis Pride due up to face right-hander Clint Nishant. Mathis batting .304, 12 doubles, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. So far struggling in this series with just 2 hits and 13 at-bats with a double and a run batted in. So Mathis stands in. The first pitch from DeJohn past Quiros to the screen as it hits the dirt, ball 1. Just a reminder, if the Bees have a player hit for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest as Mathis swings and misses 1-1. That's courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. Register to win at the Franklin Covey Field customer service booth. Now the wind by DeJohn, the 1-1. Swung on, lofted into shallow left center field. Dobbs the left fielder racing in, makes the basket catch for out number 1. Mathis flies out, 1 away for Mike Elward. Batting .264, 3 doubles, a homer, and 10 runs batted in. Having a great series with 7 hits and 13 at-bats. Don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth. So 1 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch to Elward. Striking at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Najat. 0-3 lifetime against Salt Lake. A pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Made 1 appearance this year for the Mariners. Went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. That was on April 23rd against the Detroit Tigers. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, right side, scooped up on the third, hop by Youngbauer. The toss to first in plenty of time for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Curtis Pride, the left fielder, batting .321. 9 doubles, 2 homers, 17 runs batted in. Pride 3 for 4 last night, the second hit of the 3, the 1200th of his minor league career. So 2 out, nobody on base here in the second. Najat's pitch. Pride takes the fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Najat in his last outing got the loss at Colorado Springs, home against Colorado Springs, giving up 4 runs on 6 hits in just 4 innings. He did strike out 6 and walk 2. The 0-1 to Curtis. Sinks down in at the knees, a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes for Najat. This is his 8th lifetime appearance against Salt Lake, his 5th start. Baseball America has him as the number 9 prospect in the Mariners organization. Slider inside at the knees, ball 1. 1-2 the count on Curtis. 2-0 Tacoma here in the second with single runs in each of the first 2 innings. Now Najat winds the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball. Diving step by Hunter Brown to his left. Gets up, throws to first. Out on a close play. Hands down by the bullpen, signaling safe, but to no avail. As the throw narrowly nips Pride. 3 up, 3 down go the Bees. And at the end of 2, it's Tacoma 2, Salt Lake nothing on ESPN 1230.
They're back in excess live. VH1 Classic proudly presents In Excess, the Switched On Tour. June 7th, on stage at the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. In Excess. All your favorites and music from their new CD, Switch. In stores now. For more, check out nxs.com. June 7th, the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. Reserve seat tickets are on sale now. Available at all Ticketmaster outlets by phone at 801-325-SEAT or online at Ticketmaster.com. In Excess, produced by Metropolitan Talent Presents.
and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
We go to the third, 2-0 Tacoma. T.J. Bond, Chris Snelling, Greg Dobbs, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up to face right-hander Jeff Haverlow. Bond walked, stole second, and scored in the first. It's time for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard as well. Windshield chips or cracks got you down. Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. Haverlow's first pitch to Bond. He shows bunt, lays it down. Off the hill, Haverlow's got it quickly over to first in time for the out. Haverlow pounced down that one in a hurry to be able to throw out T.J. Bond. One away. That'll bring up Chris Snelling, who struck out swinging his first time up. In the Pacific Coast League, Iowa at Nashville finishing up what is essentially an 8-game series. They played each other 4 straight games in Des Moines, and now 4 straight games in Nashville. Cubs lead the Sounds 5-3 in the 6th. First pitch to Snelling is hit at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. At Oklahoma in the 6th, the Redhawks lead Albuquerque 3-1. Memphis 3, Round Rock nothing. Redbirds still batting in the top of the 5th, where they've scored the 3 runs. The 0-1 pitch. Snelling swings and he skies it to shallow center field. Reggie Willits coming in, calling off the shortstop Casey Smith, and he'll glove it for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Greg Dobbs, who singled in the first Tacoma run in the first inning. 7th inning at Omaha, the Royals lead New Orleans 2-0. Colorado Springs at Portland, Las Vegas hosting Sacramento, and Tucson visiting Fresno later on. The American League, Jeff Weaver and the Angels leading Cleveland 9-2 in the 8th. Kevin Gregg now on in relief for the Halos. Bottom of the 8th at Baltimore, the Orioles trail the Yankees 5-3. First pitch to Dobbs, off speed and over at the knees, a strike 0-1. Bottom of the 8th at Detroit, the Tigers lead the Red Sox 2-1. That was the Kenny Rogers-Kurt Schilling matchup. 8th inning at Tampa Bay, the Devil Rays trail Toronto 4-3. The 0-1 to Dobbs, low and outside to the left-hand batter, 1-1 the count. Bottom of the 4th, in Chicago, the White Sox have scored 3 times and now lead Texas 3-2. Later on, Minnesota at Oakland, Kansas City visits Seattle. Dobbs swings and it's a 2-hopper to the right side. Kendrick up with it, the sidearm toss to first, and that'll do it for the Rainiers. 3 up, 3 down goes Tacoma. That's another 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, Tacoma 2, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in the score, and Zapata pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
Number 3,000 for one of the great players of all time, George Brett.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-HALL-OF-FAME.
We go to the bottom of the third. Corey Myers, Casey Smith, and Reggie Willett due up. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Salt Lake batting order to face right-hander Clinton Nishant. Corey Myers batting .231 in the short time he's been with the Bees. No extra base hits, 2 runs batted in. Finishing up that Abra scoreboard in the National League, they're in a rain delay in Atlanta. The Braves scheduled to face the Diamondbacks. First pitch to Myers is low, ball 1. After a rain delay in Pittsburgh, they're underway. After 2, the Padres lead the Pirates 4-0. Mike Piazza with his 8th home run of the year for San Diego. The 1-0. Myers fouls it back off the screen, 1-1. Bottom of the 5th at Houston, the Astros trail the Reds 9-2. Bottom of the 5th at Milwaukee, Washington leads the Brewers 5-2. Former Buzz catcher Damian Miller with his 5th home run of the year for Milwaukee as Myers takes a slider in the dirt, 2-1. After 5.5 at St. Louis, the Cubs lead the Cardinals 2-0. Former Buzz man Jock Jones with his 10th home run of the year for the Cubs. Florida leads at Colorado 2-0 in the third. Later on, Philly is at Los Angeles, and the Mets and Giants were rained out in New York. The 2-1 to Myers. Breaking ball in at the knees, a strike, and it's 2-2. A lot of off-speed pitches and breaking balls from the shot here in the early going. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Swinging a chopper foul at the third base side. In the NBA, Game 6 at Miami, the Heat trying to wrap up the Eastern Conference title, leading the Pistons by 10, 57-47, midway through the third quarter. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Myers. Leading off for the Bees here in the third. The 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now the shot's payoff pitch. Low, he walked him. Third walk issued by Nishant. And so now the Bees have a runner at first base. Nobody out for Casey Smith. Smith batting .317, 10 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 12 runs batted in. So Casey Smith at the plate, 5 out of 13 in this series. Runner at first base. Nobody out. The infield double play depth, and the pitch to Casey is in at the knees. A strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The shot ready. Myers the lead at first. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. And Casey not particularly enthralled with the call. No balls, 2 strikes. Brian Harper, Bees manager, coaching at third base with hitting coach Jim Eppert, former PCL batting champion, coaching over at first base. 2 strikes on Casey Smith, the pitch. Swung on line, caught for the second baseman Youngbauer, throw back to first. As Myers scrambles back in. 1 away, that'll bring us to the top of the order, and Reggie Willett. Willett walked his first time up, but was eventually thrown out trying to steal. So 1 on, 1 out for Willett here in the bottom of the third. The Bees trailing by a score of 2-0. So the shot. Comes set, and the right-hander's pitch. Willett takes a strike on the inside corner, just under the letters, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. For Tacoma, this series in Salt Lake, the first leg of a 13-day road trip. They go to Colorado Springs from here and then close it out in Las Vegas. No balls, 1 strike. Turned out to be a pretty good crowd here at the ballpark tonight. 0-1 pitch. Willett swings and taps it foul to the right of home plate, and it's 0-2. Still plenty of time for you to come on over. 0-2 the count on Willett. Corey Myers led off the inning with a walk, and he's still over at first base here with one out. The pitch. Swing and a miss with a slider in the dirt. He struck him out. Third strikeout for Nishad, and there's two down here in the third inning. Brings up Meister's Tourist, who walked his first time up. It's not too late to take advantage of the Great Bees Family Pass this summer. You can get your entire immediate family into all Bees home games for the rest of the summer for just $199. That's every single game the rest of the season, including all the great fireworks shows, giveaway nights, and special appearances. Drop by the Franklin Covey Field ticket office to get your family set up for an entire summer of fun right here with the Salt Lake Bees. The pitch, his Torres takes low, ball one. Family pass seats out on the berm, as I mentioned earlier. Bring your blankets and stretch out and enjoy the ball game from a pretty good point of view, actually. Maybe catch a home run. The 1-0 to his Torres. Fastball upstairs, 2-0 the count. Howie Kendrick, the second baseman, to the late field. Going is Myers, and he's thrown out. And the fans voicing their displeasure over the Bees getting gunned down on the base paths. No runs, no hits, a walk, but with the caught stealing, nobody left on base. As we go to the fourth, it remains Tacoma 2, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them, you come to a Hall of Fame, there they are. There's the meeting place, the gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
We go to the fourth inning, 2-0 Tacoma. Todd Sears, Hunter Brown, Asdrubal Cabrera, 5, 6, and 7 hitters, 2 up in the Rainiers lineup to face right-hander Jeff Haverlow. Sears struck out his first time at bat, swings and misses at a fastball, strike one. 0-1 the count on the left-hand batter. Bees have had 2 runners thrown out trying to steal in this game. They lead the league with 43 runners caught stealing this year. As Haverlow misses low and outside to the left-hand hitter, ball one. Nashville is second with 34 caught stealing, but they've stolen 97 bases compared to the Bees' 60. Another fastball outside of the knees, ball two. 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike to the left-hand batter. The pitch. Change up is high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Two to nothing Tacoma. We're in the fourth as Haverlow deals. Outside, ball 4, and that's the third walk issued by Haverlow in the ball game. The first 2 batters who walked came around to score. That'll bring up Hunter Brown, who did walk, steal second base, and score in the second inning. Right now, the Bees are in a stolen base slump. They're not able to steal, and they're not able to stop the opposition from stealing right now. Brown Sears at first. 3 out of 3 in the stolen base department this year. Haverlow's pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Dave Brundage, the Tacoma manager, coaching at third base. Harry Polaris, the hitting coach, is over at first. 0-1 to Hunter Brown. Came into this ball game having hit safely in 18 of his last 20 games. There goes the runner. Sears, the pitch is looped towards left. Curtis Pride coming in and over towards the line, makes the running grab, and fires it back into the infield, but scampering back safely is Todd Sears. So one away as Pride throw 2 hops into first base and about 15 feet down the line towards home plate. So 1 on, 1 out for Asdrubal Cabrera. Doubled up the alley and left center field his first time up to drive in a run. So 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Haverlow ready, and the first pitch to Cabrera. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, the sidearm toss. And Sears is back in, standing up. Cabrera got off to a slow start this year, part of it due to a sprained ankle that caused him to miss 12 games. He takes a breaking ball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Asdrubal, A-S-D-R-U-B-A-L, out of Venezuela. 1 strike the count to the left-hand batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That Diamondbacks Braves game finally called because of rain in Atlanta. A couple of rainouts and a couple of rain delays on the eastern seaboard today. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Cabrera. Haverlow set. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Low for a ball. 1-2 the count. Cabrera, good speed, led the Mariners organization with 9 triples last year, 3 of them at Low A, Wisconsin, 6 of them at High A, Inland Empire. Haverlow the toss to first, and Sears is back. One ball, 2 strikes. Guillermo Quiros, the catcher, is on deck. There goes Sears. The 1-2 pitch is in the air to center field. Reggie Willits, drifting to his left, is there, makes the catch, and Sears heads back to first. Twice now, Tacoma batters have flied out with the base runner Sears on the move. 2 out. Here's Guillermo Quiros, robbed of a double and a possible RBI. On a nice backhanded play behind third base by Meiser Torres. Really, there has been no indication at this point how much longer Torres will be with the Salt Lake Ball Club, whether he'll join the team in Fresno or if he'll head to Cleveland to join the Angels. There's a pitch into the dirt, ball 1. Again, Darren Erstad will join the Bees in Fresno. Bartolo Colon will start for the Bees in Fresno on Tuesday. 1-0 the count on Quiros. Outfield pulling around towards left as the 1-0 comes home. Swinging a ground ball, foul right behind the heels of the third base coach and manager, Dave Brundage. His 9th year as a minor league manager, his first with Tacoma. 605 wins, 561 losses. Minor league manager of the year a couple of years ago. Won a couple of titles with the San Antonio Ball Club, the Double-A affiliate of the Mariners in the Texas League. Now the 1-1 to Quiros. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Sears is back. Kevin Youkilis has hit a 2-run home run, the top of the 9th for Boston. They now lead at Detroit 3-2, going to the bottom of the 9th. Now the pitch to Quiros. Low for a ball, 2-1. Hit that home run off of Todd Jones in the 9th with 2 out after Mike Lowell singled with 2 out to keep the game going. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Haverlow's pitch. Started after it, held up, but takes a strike at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Quiros. Started the year with the Mariners. Appeared in 1 game, batted twice, and struck out twice. 2-2 the count to the right-hand batter as Haverlow deals. Low and inside, ball 3. So a full count on Quiros at 3-2. And with 2 out, that means Sears at first base will automatically be on the move with the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes. Now Haverlow steps off. Tacoma with an 86-84 edge in the all-time series. Haverlow from the stretch, and the 3-2 pitch. There goes Sears, swinging a ground ball back at third. Backhanded by his source. The long throw, and out as Elward reaches back with the right foot. Quiros arguing the throw, pulled him off the bag, but the umpire ruled that Elward reached back and got that big right toe on the bag before Quiros arrived. No runs, no hits. A walk and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tacoma 2, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs. Or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. But I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 Tacoma. My Series tourists Howie Kendrick, Nick Gorneau due up to face right-hander Clinton Najat. A reminder that all kids 14 and under can stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet store, located at 5650 South State Street in Murray, and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy. My Series tourists to lead things off. He was at the plate when Corey Myers was thrown out trying to steal to end the 3rd inning. These Torres had a big year in the PCL in 2004 with Edmonton. As he takes the fastball high, ball 1 at .338. He was second in the PCL with a .428 on base percentage. Acquired with Juan Rivera for Jose Guillen in November of 04 by the Angels. Here's a ground ball, flat fair inside the bag at third and down the left field line. Rolling towards the corner, Dobbs cuts it off, but his Torres is around first and on his way to second with a leadoff double. A bounder just inside the bag by about 4 inches. His Torres his second double in a Salt Lake uniform, and the Bees have their first hit of the night. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick. Kendrick struck out swinging his first time up. He's trailing 2-0 in the 4th, trying to cut into that deficit. The shot ready, the pitch. Kendrick takes a strike on the inside corner to me. He's 0-1. Not that I don't think he would have gotten to it, but Hunter Brown didn't even make a move after that ball. He's hoping that it was foul, but it was fair by about 4 inches. 0-1 the count on Kendrick. The pitch. Swinging a foul. He bangs it off his front foot, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Howie Kendrick last fall led the United States and the Olympic qualifying tournament with 7 RBI and 3 stolen bases as the USA swept through that event. Jeff Mathis also played for the United States on that team, as did Arkansas's Brandon Wood, who played for Salt Lake last year at the end of the season. There's a fastball inside, and that one caught Kendrick on the arm. And so Howie Kendrick, hit by the pitch, is doubled over to the right of home plate. Trainer Armando Rivas checking out Kendrick, who was hit for the 5th time this year, tying him with Ryan Buddy for the team lead. For Najat, that is his 3rd batter plunk. That one right on the left arm or elbow. The Bees, though, now with something started here in the 4th. Runners at first and second base and nobody out. Nick Gorneau, the batter. He struck out swinging his first time up, as Najat fooled him badly on an 0-2 slider. Mondo Rivas still checking out Kendrick down at first base, making sure everything is still all right with Howie. He's Torres, who led off the inning with a double, is at second. Kendrick is at first. And he gets a hand from the fans as he stays in the ball game. The outfield straight away. The infield double play depth, except for Hunter Brown in even with the bag at third. Now he drops back a couple of steps. The shot ready, and the pitch to Gorneau. Breaking ball outside at the knees, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Gorneau looking down the line at Brian Harper going through the signs at third. 1 ball, no strikes. The shot straightens, checks the runner at second, the pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Gorneau with Jeff Mathis on deck. The shot bends over, not quite as exaggerated as the move that Mussina makes for the Yankees before straightening up. The 2-0 pitch, Gorneau takes downstairs for ball 3. 3-0 the count, and a wide one here loads the bases for Mathis. Najat so far in 3+ has walked 3 and has hit a batter, so he hasn't exactly had pinpoint control. 3-0 to Gorneau. Green light, smashes one inside the bag at third and down the left field line. His Torres around third to score. Kendrick racing for third. He's being waved on in. Here's a relay throw to the plate, and he is out by 5 feet. As Kendrick can't fall over Quiros. It's an RBI double, though, for Gorneau, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Well, one of the old adages is never make the first or third out at the plate, with Brian Harper gambling, but Kendrick was thrown out on a solid relay from Dobbs to Cabrera to Quiros. Gorneau with his 14th double and his league-leading 44th run batted in. So the tying run at second with 1 out for Mathis, who flied out to left. His first time up as Gorneau was again given the green light on 3-0, and he delivers. Mathis takes a strike, 0-1. It's got to be about the 3rd or 4th time this year that Gorneau has driven in a run or more on a 3-0 pitch. 1 strike the count on Mathis. Gorneau, the lead at second, now dives back into the bag as Najat steps off and looks Gorneau back to second base. Nothing in 1, the count on Mathis. Najat pitch. Swinging a roller to the left side. The shortstop Cabrera up with it. The sidearm toss to first in time for the out. 2 away. That'll bring up Mike Elward, who grounded out to second his first time up. That tying run still at second base. So 2 out, 1 in for the Bees here in the 4th inning. With a gamble on sending Kendrick, who runs into the out at the plate, may have put the kibosh on a big inning. The pitch. Striking at the knees, 0-1. Thing we have seen this year, though, with Ryan at third base, he doesn't believe in that old adage of never make the first or third out at home or third. Forces the defense to make the perfect play, and that time Tacoma did on the relay. Elward swings. It's a 2-hopper to third. Down to his left, has it, throws to first, and that'll do it for the Bees in the 4th inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, a runner left on base. After 4 complete, it's Tacoma 2, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low down, low monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
We go to the 5th inning, 2-1 Tacoma. Scott Youngbauer, Shin-Soo Choo, and T.J. Bondu up to face right-hander Jeff Haverlow. Youngbauer grounded out to first his first time up. And he takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the T's defensive alignment: Curtis Pride, Reggie Willits, and Nick Gorneau in left center and in right. The 0-1 pitch. Youngbauer swings and pulls it to the right side. Kendrick handles it on one hop. Sidearms it to first, and that's out number 1. Youngbauer retired, 1 away. Here's Shin-Soo Choo. 0 for 2, struck out swinging his last time up. The Bees with Meister Torres at third. Casey Smith at short. Howie Kendrick at second, and Mike Elward at first. A battery of Jeff Haverlow pitching, and Jeff Mathis catching. 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 5th, 2-1 Tacoma. The pitch, fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Choo. Corner man in, the 1-0 pitch. A little bit outside at the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Now Haverlow's pitch. Down the middle, a strike, 2-1. Shin-Soo Choo, the MVP of the 2000 President's Cup in Korea, the most prestigious high school tournament in that country. Low and outside, 3-1 the count. 1 for 18 last year with the Mariners. In his major league debut, his only hit was a pinch hit single against the Angels on May 3rd. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count on Choo. The outfield straight away for the left-handed batter as Haverlow deals the 3-1 pitch. Outside a fastball, he walked him, and that's the fourth walk issued by the Bee starter tonight. Brings up T.J. Bond, walked and scored in the first. Bounced to Haverlow in the third, so he's officially 0 for 1. Bees are on the road next week, but while the Bees are on the road, the first major concert of the summer hits Salt Lake City Wednesday, June 7th, when the legendary Rockers in Excess appear at the Delta Center. Great tickets still available at the Delta Center ticket office. Now they've got two picked off. The ball dropped by Elward. They'll run two towards second. Now flip it to Casey Smith, who runs him down. Now the flip to the catcher Mathis, who tags two from behind for the out. Maybe not exactly a textbook rundown, but they get the out. 1-3-6-2. And there's two out here in the fifth. Nobody on, no count on T.J. Bond. So that's this Wednesday in Excess. And no, I didn't have to have somebody tell me that it's not inked. Great tickets still available at the Delta Center ticket office and at all Ticketmaster locations. Bond takes a strike in at the knees, 0-1. There might be some, my children included, that would think that I would think that it was inked. No balls, one strike. Bond swings and pulls a base into the left field. Curtis Pride plays it on the roll out there, and T.J. Bond is aboard with a two-out single. Hit number 3 in the ball game for the Rainiers. Brings up Chris Snelling, who's 0 for 2, who struck out and fly to center field. That's the final now in Cleveland. Jared Weaver goes to 2-0 in his young major league career with a 10-3 win over Cleveland. Left-hander Nathan Bland starts to loosen up for the Salt Lake bullpen. First pitch to Snelling. Fastball just a little bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Snelling, born in Miami, grew up in Australia. Played high school and college baseball there. Or high school baseball, I should say, for Corpus Christi College High School in Australia. Now the 1-0 pitch to Snelling from Haverlow. Time called, though, before he can deliver. And the runner gets on base with Haverlow. The game slows down considerably. Vladimir Guerrero, Garrett Anderson, and Dallas McPherson homer for the Angels in that ball game. As they beat Cleveland 10-3. The 1-0 pitch. Snelling takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Greg Dowd, the left fielder, is due next. Two out. Top of the fifth. 2-1 Tacoma. Haverlow ready. From the stretch, the turn of the toss to first, and Bond is back. Dan Bland throwing in the Bees bullpen. Again, Haverlow had been in camp with an independent league team, the Long Beach Armada, so he threw just 4 innings in Las Vegas. He's into the fifth here. The 2-0 pitch instead to throw over to first, and again the runner's back. Two and 0 the count on Snelling. Haverlow set the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, just under the belt. 2-1. Had to hesitate as the home plate umpire a little slow with that right arm. 2 balls, 1 strike. Haverlow's pitch. There goes the runner, Bond. The pitch is low and inside. Mathis throw on the money, and safe with a head first slide is Bond. Casey Smith, the quick tag, but the umpire, the palms down call, and Bond has his second stolen base of the ball game. And his 9th of the year in 11 tries. The count now 3-1 on Snelling. Now a runner in scoring position for the Rainiers as they look to get back the run. They relinquished in the bottom of the fourth. Haverlow ready, the 3-1 to Snelling. High, ball 4, he walked him. The 5th walk issued by Haverlow here in this ball game. Runners at first and second base, 2 out. Greg Dobbs 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And even though it's a lefty-lefty matchup for the next 2 batters, Charles Nagy making the visit to the mound, which means that Haverlow will very likely stay in here. On at second, Snelling at first. This after 2 outs and nobody on base following the caught stealing on Shin Soo Choo. Don't forget to be on the lookout this year for the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Bees pull off a triple play at home, Albertsons donates $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Happened back on May 1st. So let's see if the gamble here pays off. Instead of the lefty-lefty matchup, Haverlow, a right-hander, stays in to face Dobbs, who's 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Runners at first and second, 2 out. The pitch. Low, ball 1. Haverlow has spent most of this game pitching from behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. The check of the runner, Bond at second, and the pitch home. Swung on, pops up foul, third base side. Torres gives it a look, but it's going to land about 12 rows deep. So the count on Dobbs is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Miami Heat appear to be on their way to their first ever berth in the NBA Finals. In Game 6, they lead Detroit 84-67. 1-1 the count on Dobbs. Haverlow set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, little tap back to Haverlow. Runs it halfway to first, makes the underhand toss, and that'll do it for Dobbs and Tacoma here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's Tacoma 2, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
They're back in excess live. VH1 Classic proudly presents In Excess, the Switched On Tour. June 7th, on stage at the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. In Excess. All your favorites and music from their new CD, Switch. In stores now. For more, check out nxs.com. June 7th, the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. Reserve seat tickets are on sale now. Available at all Ticketmaster outlets by phone at 801-325-SEAT or online at Ticketmaster.com. In Excess, produced by Metropolitan Talent Presents.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tacoma 2, the Bees 1. Bottom third of the order due up for Salt Lake. Curtis Pride, Corey Myers, and Casey Smith. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Rainiers defensive alignment. Greg Dobbs in left, T.J. Bond in center, and Shin Soo Choo in right. Hunter Brown at third, Asdrubal Cabrera at short. Scott Youngbauer at second, and Todd Sears is at first. A battery of Clinton DeJotte pitching, and Guillermo Quiros catching. Curtis Pride bounced out to the third baseman, Hunter Brown, his first time up. Don't forget, if you're between the ages of 8 and 13, you can help me call the action live from the press box as the Great Clips Junior broadcaster. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Relax, it's Great Clips. So Curtis Pride to start things off for the Bees here in the 5th inning. Trying to get something going. The Bees had something going last inning, but a runner thrown out the plate kind of killed the momentum. First pitch from the shot, breaking ball low, ball 1. Curtis 0 for 3 against the shot this year. 1 ball to count. Down even with the bag at third, the pitch. Line foul out of play, up over the roof to the left of home plate, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the Bees have their longest homestand of the season, 14 days, with games on all 14 but 1. There's an off day on the 20th. All the other dates are full, including a doubleheader at 5 o'clock on Saturday the 17th to make up a rainout against Las Vegas as Curtis crowns one behind the bag and foul up the first base side. 1-2 the count. Activity now in the Tacoma bullpen as a right-hander is up. One ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Pride packs it foul behind home plate. Just count a piece of it to stay alive. So it is still 1-2. Curtis to be followed by Corey Myers and Casey Smith here in the bottom of the 5th. The shot ready. But taking a lot of time. Both pitchers tonight, very slow workers. But to this point, they've gotten the job done. It's just a 2-1 ball game, with the Rainiers leading by a run. The 1-2 to Pride. Swung on, chopped up the first base side, and it kicks foul before it gets to the bag. So a break for Curtis, and the count remains 1-2. That next homestand includes games on the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, the Monday through Thursday against Fresno. Friday the 16th, Saturday the 17th, that doubleheader, and then Sunday the 18th and Monday the 19th against Las Vegas. A Tuesday off day, and then 5 straight games against Sacramento, our first look of the year at the River Cats. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pride. The shot's pitch inside, spins Curtis away. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Angels Director of Player Development Tony Regan speaking highly of Curtis Pride earlier today on the Bees Clubhouse on 1320 KFAN every Friday from 3 until 4. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball right side. Fielded on the shoulder high bounce by Youngbauer. His throw to first in plenty of time for the out. 1 away. Here's Corey Myers, who walked but was thrown out trying to steal in the 3rd inning. That caught stealing, raising the ire of some of the faithful here at Franklin Covey Field. As the nights progress, that berm area in left and right field has gotten a little more crowded. A lot of blankets out there, people stretched out, relaxed. Myers swings. It's a high pop fly, shallow right center. Youngbauer, the second baseman, backpedaling out, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Casey Smith. Hit a soft liner to the second baseman, Youngbauer, his first time up. And the Rainiers working to try to get a split in this series while the Bees are trying to make it 3 out of 4 over Tacoma for the second time this season here at Franklin Covey Field. So 2 out, nobody on base. The shot pitch. Breaking ball strike, and it's 0-1. Nothing and 1 the count on Casey. The pitch. Swing a little dribbler up the right side. The second baseman Youngbauer with the pitcher Najat covering in time for the out to retire the side. The Bees are up and down in order in the 5th. As we go to the 6th, it remains Tacoma 2, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and tureen tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
We go to the 6th inning, Tacoma 2, the Bees 1. It'll be Todd Sears, Hunter Brown, and Asdrubal Cabrera due up to face left-hander Nathan Bland. For Bland, who comes into the ball game, he's making his 10th appearance, his 8th out of the bullpen. In 20 2/3 innings, he's given up 29 hits, 17 runs, 15 of them earned. He has struck out 12 and walked 8. He's 1-2 with a 6.53 earned run average. The PCL batting .319 against left-hander Nathan Bland, who last worked here 2 nights ago and had a rough go of it, giving up 6 runs on 5 hits in an inning and 2/3. Just adding to his woes against Tacoma, he's made 3 appearances against the Rainiers. He's 0-1 with an ERA over 14. The Rainiers are batting .400 against Nathan Bland, whose job here is to keep it a 2-1 ball game. Todd Sears will lead it off. He has struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances. First pitch on the way. Sears shows punt. Takes a fastball inside. Ball 1. They appeal to third. No punt attempt, says the umpire there. And the count's 1-0. 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Nashville's come back to tie Iowa. That game 5-5 of the 8th at Nashville. The 1-0 to Sears. Swing and a foul, banging off the mask of the catcher Mathis, 1-1. In the 9th at Oklahoma, the Red Hawks lead Albuquerque 4-1. 7th inning at Round Rock, Memphis leads the Express 4-2. Omaha top New Orleans 5-1. That's the final. The 1-1 to Sears. Lined into right center field, a base hit. Looked like either a changeup or a hanging breaking ball, and Sears jumped all over it. The leadoff man is aboard for Tacoma here in the 6th. Hit number 4 for the Rainiers. That'll bring up Hunter Brown, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. For Bland now, opposing batters are batting .500 against him as far as first batters faced are concerned. Your relief pitcher, they don't want that kind of an average for the first batter you face. You want to come in and have some confidence. But here's a pitch to Hunter Brown, drilled to left field. That's over the head of Curtis Pride. Sears on his way to third. And into second base is Hunter Brown. And Bland's woes continue. A single and a double, and they're runners at second and third with nobody out. And a chance for the Rainiers to open up their lead. Colorado Springs at Portland tied at 1 in the second. Sacramento leads 4-0 at Las Vegas in the first. Tucson and Fresno scoreless in the second. Major leagues are in the ninth at St. Petersburg. Toronto has scored 9 runs. They're still batting, leading Tampa Bay 13-3. Corner men are in. The middle infielders are back. White Sox in Texas tied 3-3 in the seventh. Lined into right field, a base hit. Played on the second hop by Gorno. Sears is in. Brown is held up to third. The throw gets away. Bland is there to back it up. That will allow the batter, Cabrera, to take second base. 5 pitches thrown by Bland, and there have been 3 hits. An RBI single for Cabrera, and the Rainiers now have a 3-1 lead. And now here's Guillermo Quiros, who's twice grounded out to his Torres at third. Bottom of the third at Oakland. The A's lead the Twins 1-0 on Frank Thomas's 13th home run of the year. Kansas City at Seattle, no score in the fourth. 3-1 Tacoma as they have their 2-run lead back, and they still have runners at second and third. Nobody out. The pitch. Pop foul coming back out of play onto the roof. And back downstairs. 0-1 the count. Angels a winner at Cleveland 10-3. Jared Weaver now 2-0. The Yankees get a run in the ninth to beat Baltimore 6-5, and a 2-run homer by Kevin Youkilis with 2 outs in the top of the ninth gives Boston a 3-2 win at Detroit. National League after 4.5 at Pittsburgh. The Padres lead the Pirates 7-0. Mike Piazza and Brian Giles with home runs for San Diego. 1 strike the count on Quiros. Bland's pitch. Ground ball to third, past his Torres, who went to the line. In to score is Brown. Cabrera in behind him. The throw is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Guillermo Quiros, and it's now 5-1 Tacoma. Looked like his Torres was getting ready for a pickoff throw to third. Left too soon, and the ground ball went right through the vacated spot. Four batters, 4 hits for the Rainiers here in the sixth. 3 runs across, and the batter will be Scott Youngbauer. Second time this week. Second time in as many days. Here's a pitch bunted at and fouled, strike 1. The B starting pitcher is left trailing by only 1 at 2-1, and that the bullpen has given it up. Washington leads at Milwaukee 8-3 in the seventh at Miller Park. After 7.5 at Houston, Cincinnati leads the Astros 11-2. Bland ready. The pitch to Youngbauer. Slice down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it turns foul. And the count's 0-2. 8th inning at St. Louis. The Cardinals have come back to take a 3-2 lead on the Cubs. Bottom of the 6th at Denver. Florida leads Colorado 3-1. Phillies and Dodgers just underway in L.A. San Francisco at New York. Arizona at Atlanta, postponed by rain. Here, Tacoma scored 3 in the 6th, and now lead it 5-1 as Jason Bulger starts to throw in the Bees bullpen. The 0-2 to Youngbauer. Swinging a foul back to the base of the screen, still 0-2. In the NBA, Miami knocked off Detroit 95-78 to move into the NBA Finals. Dallas wins tomorrow at Phoenix. The finals will be between 2 teams that have never been there before. A 2-strike pitch to Youngbauer. Swung on, double play, ball to short. Casey Smith shovels to Kendrick for one, over to first for two. 6-4-3, double play. The 60th double play turned by the Bees this year. 2 out, nobody on. The batter, Shin-Soo Choo, 0 for 2 with a walk. Lefty against lefty matchup here. Bland ready. A pitch. Choo takes a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Rainiers have opened up a 4-run lead with 3 here in the 6th. Time called just before Bland can deliver. Nathan Bland, 6'5", 209 in his 13th season. 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bland was with the Mariners in spring training last year. Went 1-1 with an ERA of just under 8, was released, and spent the season in the Mexican League pitching for Tijuana. The 1-1-2. Sidearm breaking ball lifted in the air towards left. Curtis Pride drifting to his right towards the line is camped underneath it now, and he'll make the catch to retire the side, but the damage has been done. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tacoma 5, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
You know, to solve the whole problem, you got to understand the parts. Top quality replacement parts from Checker. We work on our cars just like you, and we use Rayfestis brakes, Monroe shocks, Fram filters, and drive belts by Goodyear. They're all good parts, and the reason I use them is my whole family rides in my car. So come to Checker for the right part at a guaranteed low price. We got it. Checker, we got it.
Right-hander Rich Dorman, who's been outstanding against the Bees in relief this year, comes on here in the bottom of the 6th with Tacoma leading 5-1. Overall, Dorman making his 15th appearance of the year, his 14th out of the bullpen in 28 1/3 innings. He's given up 21 hits, 12 runs, 8 of them earned. He has struck out 23, but has walked 24. He's 2-1 with a 2.54 earned run average. The PCL batting just .214 against Dorman. In 4 combined appearances against Salt Lake, he's pitched 10 2/3 innings and has yet to allow a run. Given up 6 hits, he has struck out 9 and walked 5. He picked up the win on April 30th in the completion of that suspended game. He'll face the top of the order. First pitch to Willits is low, ball 1. Trying to hold it for Clinton Najat. Looking for his first career win against Salt Lake. He's 0-3. Najat goes 5 innings, gives up 2 hits, 1 run earned. A 1-0 pitch. Strike him at the knees, 1-1. He struck out 3, walked 3, and hit a batter. So Rich Dorman, 6'2", 210, comes on. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball inside at the knees, 2-1 the count. Dorman lifetime, meanwhile, in 6 previous appearances against Salt Lake, is 3-0 compared to Najat's 0-3. 2 balls, 1 strike on Willett. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt, 2-2. Reggie has walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances today. Two balls, 2 strikes the count on Willett as he steps out of the batter's box. Now back in, the right-hander Dorman ready. He winds. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, a little soft floater out to the shortstop Cabrera, who makes the Bill the cap high catch for out number 1. These bats have been silent the last couple of days after scoring in double digits the first 2 games of the series. We're into the 6th inning of the last 2 days, and the Bees have a total of 8 hits. 6 yesterday and only 2 so far tonight. Here's Meister Isturis, who doubled and scored the Bees' run in the 4th. He takes the strike in at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Isturis. Dorman's pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. Dorman originally drafted by Tampa Bay in the 13th round of the 2000 draft. Now Dorman, the 1-1. Isturis started after it, held up. Pitcher's in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Dorman picked up his 1 and only save on May 24th at Memphis. 2-1 the count. Now Dorman steps back. Bees trailing by 4 now at 5-1. The 2-1 pitch to Isturis. Fastball high, 3-1 the count. And the Bees, every time it looks like they have a chance to gain some separation in this division, just slip up a little bit. The 3-1 pitch. Isturis slices 1 foul out of play down the left field side, 3-2, but you consider, and this is nothing against the guys who are here, but you consider the talent that has gone up. And the fact the Bees have been able to hold on to first place with the exception of one day a couple of weeks ago. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Dorman with a strikeout. His first, the 4th for Tacoma pitching in the ball game. Brings up Howie Kendrick, who struck out and was hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of moves the Angels make when players start to get healthy, like Isturis, like Darren Erstad, like Bartolo Colon. The pitch to Kendrick is drilled into right field, a base hit as he took that one the other way. Howie Kendrick with his first knock of the night, hit number 3 for Salt Lake. Brings up Nick Gorneau, double down the left field line to drive in the Bees' run in the 4th inning. So here's Gorneau with a runner at first and 2 out. Dorman this year has only given up 1 home run all season. Gorneau get a hold of 1 here, and he can cut the deficit in half. The pitch into the dirt and through the legs of the catcher Quiros. That will allow Kendrick to go to second base. On what will likely be a wild pitch, and so Kendrick now at second base with 2 outs. 1 ball, the count on Gorneau. Not much of a breeze to speak of as Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole and left. 4th wild pitch heaved by Dorman this year. 1 ball, no strikes the pitch. In at the knees, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-1 Tacoma here in the in the bottom of the 6th. Rainiers scoring 3 in the top half of this inning to stretch their lead to 4. Now the 1-1 pitch to Gorneau. Swinging a ground ball to third. Brown to his left, flags it down, sidearms it to first. And that'll do it for the Bees here in the sixth. No runs, one hit, one runner left on base. We go to the seventh. Tacoma 5, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union, your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up on our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
We go to the seventh inning, 5-1 Tacoma. Nathan Bland out for his second inning of work to face T.J. Bond, Chris Snelling, and Greg Dobbs. Time now for our seventh inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. For Tacoma, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Bees, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Tacoma's left 5 runners on base. The Bees have stranded 3. First pitch to Bond. Hit at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tacoma 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the sixth. The Bees' lone run coming in the fourth inning. Oh, and 1 the count on Bond, who's walked and scored in the first. Bounced to the pitcher in the third and singled to left field in the fifth. The seventh inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. And Jeff Haverlow struggled through 5 and allowed only 2 runs on 3 hits. He did walk 5. Left trailing 2-1, but now it's a 5-1 game as Bland's backdoor curveball catches the outside corner at the knees. And the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bland stares in, nods in agreement with Mathis. The pitch. Fastball outside, 1-2 the count. And the Bees will be gone for a little over a week and come back home on June 12th to face Fresno. The 1-2 to Bond. Swung on line center field. Willett's coming on. Has to play it on a hop. And T.J. Bond is aboard. He's 2 for 3 on the night after coming into this game 4 for 34 against Salt Lake pitching. So runner at first. Nobody out for Chris Snelling, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. The latest information now is that Myseries Torres will be with the Bees through Tuesday, and both he and Erstad will be evaluated on Wednesday. Fastball up and in, leans Snelling back out of the way. Ball 1, so they'll likely head to Anaheim from Fresno and then get their evaluation to determine at that point whether they'll stay with or go and join the Angels, or if they'll fly to Tucson and join the Bees there. Angels currently in Cleveland. From there, they head to Tampa Bay. Again, Bland the toss to first, and Bond is back. T.J. Bond has already stolen 2 bases in this game. As a team, the Rainiers are 3 out of 4 in the stolen base department. Land ready. Again the move to first, and the runner is back. Tacoma at 59 steals, third in the league behind Nashville with 97 and the Bees with 60. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, right side. Kendrick has it, flips to Casey Smith for one, jumps over the runner and throws to first for the double play. Good job by Casey avoiding the sliding T.J. Bond. As the Bees turn their second double play in as many innings. And just like that, there's 2 outs and nobody on base for Greg Dobbs. Dobbs singled in a run in the first. Since then, he's grounded to second and bounced back to the pitcher. Bees in their half of the 7th will have Mathis, Elward, and Pride due up. But so far this year, they have been unable to score against Rich Dorman in what is now 11 2/3 innings. Lefty against lefty, the pitch to Dobbs. Curveball into the dirt, and it goes all the way back to the screen. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Portland and Colorado Springs 1-1 in the 3rd. Fastball line foul, slicing out of play and up onto the roof, deep down the left field line. And the count on Dobbs is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Take that a 3-1 Portland lead now in the 3rd on Jack Cust's 11th home run. So if Portland wins, the Bees lose. The lead will be back down to 1 as it was when this series began. The Bees got it up to 3, their largest lead of the year. And now Portland knocking on the door again. Here's a swing and a foul back. 1-2 when the series began. The Bees were 3.5 up on 3rd place Tacoma. If the Rainiers win this one, then it's back down to 3.5 after climbing to 5.5. And a long way to go and literally dozens of moves to be made between the majors and AAA for all 3 franchises, although Portland's roster will tend to be more steady. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. As with the exception maybe of Ben Johnson, the Beaver lineup made up of 6-year free agents, very few of whom would have a chance to get called up to San Diego. If they are, it could be just for a short period of time. The 2-2 pitch to Dobbs. Swing and a miss to the high fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. First strikeout for Nathan Bland. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial need, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tacoma 5, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
It's coming, and it's coming fast. The world's greatest riders on the world's fastest motorcycles, escaping danger at every turn. It's the AMA Superbike Championship at Miller Motorsports Park.
Miller Motorsports Park delivers Utah onto the stage of world-class racing with the inaugural Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, presented by Parts Unlimited. See this thrilling race Friday, June 16th through Sunday, June 18th. See every hair-raising turn on the newest, longest, and finest racetrack ever built in North America. Plus, you'll witness AMA Supermoto riders competing in a high-flying aerial assault that will have you holding your breath. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster or by calling 325-SEAT. That's 325-SEAT. The Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, June 16th through the 18th at the brand new Miller Motorsports Park in Tooele. It'll make your heart race. For more details, visit MillerMotorsportsPark.com.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at PapaJohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at PapaJohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Jeff Mathis leading off with the Bees here in the 7th as they trail 5-1. Facing Rich Dorman, who pours in a strike at the knees, 0-1. Mathis has flied to left and bounced to short. Well, he's 0-2 on the night. Again, Rich Dorman's been lights out against the Bees this year. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. Time now for a look at this State and Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Excuse me. 2 strikes on Mathis. The pitch from Dorman. Line into center field, a base hit, a rocket just by the outstretched glove, and Dorman and the leadoff fans aboard for the Bees here in the 7th. Brings up Elward, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and bounced to third. On this date, June 2nd, 2003, Adam Riggs goes 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 4 runs batted in to lead the Stingers to a 10-8 win at Tucson. Angels outfielder Darren Erstad went 2 for 4 with 2 RBI in the 3rd game of a rehab assignment with Salt Lake. Will start another one with the Bees tomorrow in Fresno. First pitch to Elward. Into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Quiros for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rockies today activated catcher Yorvit Torrealba from the disabled list, optioning catcher Miguel Ojeda back to Colorado Springs. One ball, no strikes to count on Elward. The infield double play depth behind Dorman. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Washington Nationals purchased the contract of New Orleans left-handed relief pitcher Bill Bray today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris Sampson of Round Rock, the league leader with 7 wins, called up today by the Astros. The 1-1 pitch. Elward takes low, 2-1. Sampson 7-1 with Round Rock with a stellar 2.64 earned run average. Only 5 walks issued by Sampson and 61 in the 3rd innings. 2 balls, 1 strike on Elward with Curtis Pride due next. Dorman's pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeff Mathis at first. Started the inning off with a line drive single into center field. Two and 2 the count. Now Dorman sets the 2-2 pitch. Elward pops it up foul. Back into the right of home plate, into the upper deck. Don't have an attendance figure as of yet, but a good crowd here on a Friday night to wrap up this series and homestand. Make plans to be here when the Bees return June 12th through the 25th. A 14-day homestand. The 2-2 to Elward. Into the dirt. Scooped up by the catcher Quiros, and the count's full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. See where Scott Snyder, who pitched for the Bees last year, or for the Stingers actually, is in independent ball right now, pitching for the Reno Silver Sox. 3-2 pitch. Elward pops it up foul. First base side and out of play. That season is yet to begin. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count on Elward. He's trying to get something going here as they haven't been able to muster much in the way of offense tonight. They trail 5-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Elward. Popped up, shallow center, going out Cabrera, the shortstop, racing out, and he'll drop the ball. Pick it up and throw to second and get the force out on Mathis. No error, it's just a 6'4" fielder's choice, as if it were a grounder. Cabrera, with his back to the infield, dropped the ball on the over-the-shoulder catch attempt, but Mathis, of course, had to hold up as that ball appeared to have been caught, and Cabrera was able to recover quickly and throw to second base to get the force out on Mathis. So 1 on, 1 out for Curtis Pride, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and bounced to second. So runner at first base, 1 out. Activity in the bullpen for Tacoma as Emiliano Fruto is throwing. Dorman ready, and the pitch to Pride. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Jason Bulger back up throwing in the Bees bullpen. The infield for Tacoma at double play depth. Dorman stares in, gets his sign. The 0-1. Into the dirt. Smothered by the catcher Quiros, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And these two teams play 4 more games against each other after this one. But that's not until the last 4 days of August. Last road series and the second to last series overall in the season. 1-1 to Pride. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-2. Curtis less than enthralled with the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 5-1 Tacoma here in the 7th inning. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Rainiers. 1 run on 4 hits for the Bees. Time called as Curtis steps out. Wipes his brow, puts his helmet back on. Dorman stares in, gets his sign. Now the right-hander ready. The 1-2 pitch to Curtis. Low ball, 2-2. Corey Myers is due next. Again, Dorman's been tough. Right now he's at 12 scoreless innings worked this year against Salt Lake. He's got a fastball in the 87 to 92 range, curveball, slider, and changeup. He was San Antonio's most valuable pitcher 2 years ago in the AA Texas League. That was as a starter. The 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Dorman, and that's the 5th punch out for Tacoma pitching in the ball game. So, runner at first base, 2 outs for Corey Myers. Myers walked in the 3rd, popped up to the second baseman, Scott Youngbauer, in the 5th. He's with just 1 run in the ball game, and we had a little bit of a power surge, and some of the lights are out at the ballpark. So, let's see what kind of delay, if any, we might have. Most of the lights are still on, but not all of them. And the question is there enough candle power at this point in time to continue? If they cannot continue, they would have to turn the lights off more than likely, and then have to turn them back on. And that way they would have to let them cool down first. So now let's see what's going to happen here. Brian Harper going down to talk to the grounds crew. Now the home plate umpire jogs over to where Brian Harper is. Again, looking at the light standards, they're not all out. I would guesstimate maybe, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on one light standard out in the outfield. Can't see the 2 light standards above us. I'll guarantee you the lighting is still brighter than what they have in New Orleans right now. So a discussion going on down the first base side. And let's see if they decide to continue. or not. And it appears that now they're going to call Dave Brundage, the Tacoma manager, over. And they're sending Rich Dorman, the pitcher, back out to the mound. So I think they're going to try to continue. And so apparently they're going to determine that there is still enough candle power to continue this ball game. They're going to give Dorman a couple of warm-up pitches since he went back to the dugout momentarily. Runner at first base, 2 out here in the 7th inning. It's Tacoma 5 and the Bees 1. No count on Corey Myers. Runner at first base. Mathis opened up the inning with a single. He was erased on a fielder's choice after a drop pop-up by Cabrera in center field. And then Pride struck out. First pitch to Myers, and it's off speed and high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now Dorman's pitch. Her ball low and outside to the right-hand batter. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Casey Smith is due next. Again, Emiliano Fruto throwing in the Tacoma bullpen down the left field line. The 2-0 delivery. Myers lines one to center field. It's going to stay up for Bond, who comes in and makes the letter high catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the 8th. Tacoma 5, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike 1.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up on our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Right-hander Jason Bulger on for the Bees, making his 18th appearance of the year in 21 innings. Given up 16 hits, 12 runs, 11 earned. He has struck out 28 and walked 10. Bulger 1-1 with a 4.71 earned run average. The PCL batting .203 against right-hander Jason Bulger. Nathan Bland went 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 strikeout, no walks. So Bulger on to face Todd Sears, Hunter Brown, and Asdrubal Cabrera, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Tacoma order. So Todd Sears to set things off. The first pitch from Bulger is foul, backed it out of play, strike 1. 5-1 the score in favor of Tacoma here in the 8th. Now Bulger ready, the pitch. Breaking ball inside at the knees, 1-1. Jason this year is 1-1 against Tacoma. On the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, right side. Kendrick into short right, has it, spins, checks and throws to first for the out. One away. That'll bring up Hunter Brown, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored his last time up. This is Bulger's first outing since that disastrous inning in Las Vegas on Monday, giving up 6 earned runs in just 1/3 of an inning. So 1 out for Hunter Brown. Emiliano Fruto still throwing in the Tacoma bullpen. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Brown. Bulger ready. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, a little tap back to Jason. He gloves it, comes to the line. Hunter Brown starts to back up, in which he's automatically out. And there's 2 away. According to the rule book, a batter going towards first base, if he starts to run backwards towards home plate, that's an automatic out. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera, who's 2 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. Again, the Angels beat Cleveland tonight, 10-3. Jared Weaver with his second win since moving up from Salt Lake. Swing and a miss by Cabrera, strike 1. Weaver went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs earned. He struck out 8 and walked 2. One strike on Cabrera, the pitch. Swinging a foul, back to the screen, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Kendra Morales went 2 for 5, raising his average to 275. Alex McPherson 1 for 4, that 1 a 2-run homer. Mike Napoli 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a couple of runs scored. Bulger, the 2-strike pitch to Cabrera. Strike 3 called at the knees, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Another 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. 8:01, it's easy. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tacoma 5, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
It's coming, and it's coming fast. The world's greatest riders on the world's fastest motorcycles, escaping danger at every turn. It's the AMA Superbike Championship at Miller Motorsports Park.
Miller Motorsports Park delivers Utah onto the stage of world-class racing with the inaugural Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, presented by Parts Unlimited. See this thrilling race Friday, June 16th through Sunday, June 18th. See every hair-raising turn on the newest, longest, and finest racetrack ever built in North America. Plus, you'll witness AMA Supermoto riders competing in a high-flying aerial assault that will have you holding your breath. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster or by calling 325-SEAT. That's 325-SEAT. The Honda Summit of Speed AMA Superbike Championship, June 16th through the 18th at the brand new Miller Motorsports Park in Tooele. It'll make your heart race. For more details, visit MillerMotorsportsPark.com.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Emiliano Fruto comes on for Tacoma, making his 17th appearance of the year. In 25 and 2/3 innings, he's given up 18 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned. He has struck out 33 and walked 9. No decisions, 7 saves, and a 2.81 earned run average. The PCL batting a paltry .202 against right-hander Emiliano Fruto, 6'3", 240 in his 6th year. 2 of his 7 saves have come against Salt Lake. His first appearance, though, in this series. He's got a low to mid-90s fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. He was A slim 170 when he was drafted in 2000, and 6 years later he's gained 70 pounds. Throws hard. His 7 saves ties him for 5th in the PCL. This being a 4-run difference is not a save situation. Here's Casey Smith, 0 for 2. First pitch to Casey is up high, ball 1. Casey 0 for 1 against Prudo this year. He's in need of some base runners. Change up inside, 2-0. Rich Dorman, another 2 scoreless innings against Salt Lake. 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Casey. The pitch. Low and inside and back to the screen, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Prudo's last appearance was on the 29th against Colorado Springs. Pitched a scoreless inning, struck out 2, gave up a hit to earn his 7th save. He has 1 save and 2 appearances for the Mariners this year. Fastball strike at the letters, 3-1. Casey thought it was high and was heading up the line towards first base. Three balls, 1 strike on Smith. Prudo, as a matter of fact, did not allow a run in his 2 appearances for the Mariners. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count on Casey as Prudo deals. Swinging a foul off the glove of the catcher, Quiros. And now the count is full at 3-2. Reggie Willett, Meister is Torres to follow. Three balls, 2 strikes. Now the big right-hander ready, and 3-2 payoff pitch. Inside, and that one hit Smith on the left shoulder. And so Casey aboard, hit by a pitch. For Smith, the 2nd time he's been hit this year. And for Prudo, that is the 4th batter that he has hit. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees for the 2nd straight inning. They were unable to do anything with it in the 7th. Let's see what happens in the 8th as Reggie Willett stands in. 0 for 2 plus a walk, which extends his on-base streak at home to 21 straight games, and his overall on-base streak to go to 17 games. The infield up the middle, double play depth. Brown even with a bag at 3rd. Prudo's first pitch to Willett. Strike called, 0-1. Reggie facing Prudo for the first time this year. Oh, 0-1 the count on Willett, batting left-handed against the righty Prudo. The 0-1, he shows bunt and lays it down foul, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Five to 1 Tucson. They've out hit the Bees 8-4. Now Prudo ready. The 0-2 pitch to Willett. Low into the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Outfield a couple of steps towards left. Casey Smith won't be taking any chances, I would think, over at first base. A 1-2 pitch to Willett. Fastball high, 2-2. In this series, there have been times that the walk has been the Bees' most potent offensive weapon. Saw that in the first game of the series when they, after 2 out and nobody on in a tie game in the bottom of the 9th, drew 4 straight walks to bring in the winning run. A 2-2 pitch to Willett. Low ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. 7,481 paid attendance here tonight. Boy, looks can be deceiving. Thought maybe there might be more here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch to Willits. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Down holding at 3-2 as the home plate umpire gets a new supply of baseballs. Three balls, 2 strikes. Crudo's payoff pitch. Lined up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Casey Smith will stop at second base. Reggie Willits at first with his first hit of the night, and the Bees have first and second and nobody out. Now here's Myceres Torres. 1 for 2. He struck out swinging his last time up. Again, he has scored to this point the only run of the ball game for the Bees on a double in the 4th inning. So Smith at second, Willits at first. Brown inside at third. The first pitch to his Torres. Up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. He's at this point now only need one more batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. 1-0 the count. Crudo's pitch. Ground ball, base hit right field. Smith is going to be held up at third as 2 converges on it quickly, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. The Bees trying to do something they haven't done all year, and that's rally in the late innings. They are 0-13 when trailing after 7. They are 0-16 when trailing after 8. So now, Smith at third, Willits at second, is Torres at first, nobody out for Howie Kendrick, who's 1 for 2. Single to right his last time up as pitching coach Dwight Bernard is out to the mound. Kendrick facing Crudo for the first time this year. So far this season in a Salt Lake uniform, Kendrick 0 for 1 with the bases loaded. Bees as a team batting only .206 with the bases full. The infield back with Hunter Brown guarding the line at third. A big hole for Kendrick on the left side of the infield. Crudo's pitch to Kendrick. High and inside as he ducks under the pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Crudo bent over, looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Quiros. The 1-0 to Kendrick. Line to the right center field, a base hit. In to score Smith. Willits being waved on in as the throw goes to third. It's a 2-run single for Howie Kendrick, and it's now Tacoma 5 and the Bees 3. As Torres stops at second base. And now here's Nick Gorneau. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Kendrick with his 31st and 32nd runs batted in for the Bees. So now here is Gorneau, who currently leads the league with 44 runs batted in. Trying to keep the inning going as the first 4 batters have all reached. The pitch high and inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. He's Torres at second. Kendrick the potential tying run at first. One ball, no strikes. Crudo's pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And now activity begins to stir in the Tacoma bullpen. As the right-hander, Rene Cortez, starts to take his jacket off and get his glove and go to the mound. The 2-0 pitch to Gorneau. Change-up is in at the letters. A strike 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. He's Torres at second, Kendrick at first. Good speed on the base pass. Brown nearly standing on third base. Again, a big hole on the left side of the infield. The 2-1 to Gorneau. Started after it, held up, but it's a strike in the outside corner to knees, and Gorneau can't believe it. Arguing with a home plate umpire, the catcher Quiros struggled to go out and make the catch on that pitch. So now the count is even at 2-2. After Gorneau was ahead 2-0, but that's a big difference between 3-1 and 2-2 in this situation. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Fruto ready. The 2-2 pitch to Gorneau. Low, ball 3. Full count of 3-2. Now let's see what kind of a gambling man Brian Harper is. So far tonight, everything he's tried has come up snake eyes. Tough situation, I would think, to send the runners in. Despite the good speed of both these Torres and Kendrick. So a full count on Gorneau at 3-2. A key pitch in the ball game coming up right here. The outfield straight away. No breeze here in the ballpark. Fruto ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch to Gorneau. Runners don't go, and the pitch is popped up into shallow left field. Greg Dobbs coming in, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Dave Torres holds at second. Kendrick at first. Here's Jeff Mathis, 1 for 3. Single to center field his last time up. Mathis has a single in his only at bat against Fruto this year. Tacoma 5, the Bees 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Fruto's pitch. Change up high, ball 1. Guillermo Quiros, as soon as he caught that pitch, quickly goes out to the mound. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Mathis. There's Torres at second. Kendrick, the tying run, over at first. Now Fruto ready. The 1-0 pitch to Mathis. Breaking ball, and that misses high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Fruto not happy. He thought that one was a strike based on his reaction as he walked around the backside of the mound. Fruto with an excellent changeup and curveball. Go with his low to mid-90s fastball. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Mathis. Now the big right-hander's 2-0 pitch. Popped him up on the infield. Infield fly rule in effect. And the catcher Quiros makes the catch in foul ground for out number 2. And now it's up to Elward to deliver here in the 8th. 0 for 3 on the game. Elward struck out the only time he has faced Fruto this year. Runners were at first and second, nobody out. The first 4 batters in the inning had reached. But Fruto has gotten Gorneau to pop to left and Mathis to foul out to the catcher Quiros, so it's up to Elward now. Fruto delivers. Inside with a changeup, ball 1. Fruto has given up only 1 home run all year. And that is in 26 and a third innings. The 1-ball pitch to Elward. Ground ball towards the hole, sliding backhand shot by Cabrera. Throws to second base and gets the force out on Kendrick to retire the side. 2-run score on 3 hits. No errors, and 2 runners were left on base. We go to the 9th. It's now Tacoma 5, the Bees 3 on ESPN 1230.
They're back in excess live. VH1 Classic proudly presents In Excess, the Switched On Tour. June 7th, on stage at the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. In Excess. All your favorites and music from their new CD, Switch. In stores now. For more, check out nxs.com. June 7th, the New Skin Theater at the Delta Center. Reserve seat tickets are on sale now. Available at all Ticketmaster outlets by phone at 801-325-SEAT or online at Ticketmaster.com. In Excess, produced by Metropolitan Talent Presents.
Strike three. A no-hitter, a perfect game for John Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now, students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
We go to the 9th inning. Tacoma 5 and the Bees 3. It'll be Guillermo Quiros, Scott Youngbauer, and Shin-Soo Choo to face right-hander Jason Bulger, who begins his 2nd inning of relief. He's had it rolling, but could not get that 2 more base hits to at least tie this ball game up as Bulger delivers a breaking ball low, ball 1 to Guillermo Quiros, a big 2-run single to left field his last time up. Those 2 runs right now are the difference in the ball game. Bulger ready with a 1-0. Outside at the knees, 2-0 the count. That was a big call against Nick Gorneau on the 2-1 pitch. Now the 2-0. Swung on, chopped to the right side. Kendrick handles the letter high bounce and sidearms it to first for out number 1. Brings up Scott Youngbauer, who's 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play his last time up. These will have the bottom third of their order due up in the bottom of the 9th. Pride, Myers, and Smith. So 1 out, nobody on base. Bulger's pitch. Ground ball, sharply hit, backhanded by Kendrick off the second bounce, and he'll throw to first for the out. 2 down. That'll bring us to the top of the order, and Shin-Soo Choo. 0 for 3 with a walk in this game. And if you're looking at possible pinch hitting in the bottom of the inning, I really wouldn't expect it. There are no left-handed bats available off the bench to face Fruto. First pitch to Choo. Check swing, no. He went around, says the home plate umpire, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Bulger ready, the pitch. Change up outside, 1-1 to count. 7,481 the paid here tonight. Bulger ready, the 1-1. Swung on, another ground ball to Howie Kendrick. Handles this one flawlessly as well, and he throws him out to retire the side. Another Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's easy. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Tacoma 5, the Bees 3 on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in to score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
Number 3,000 for one of the great players of all time, George Brett.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-HALL-OF-FAME.
We go to the bottom of the ninth. Bees need at least 2 to send this one to extra innings, 3 to win. It'll be Curtis Pride, Corey Myers, and Casey Smith. As the Bees touched Emiliano Fruto for 2 runs in the 8th, had an opportunity for more. With runners at first and second, nobody out, but could not cash in. Here's Curtis Pride 0 for 3. He struck out swinging his last time up. Curtis Pride this year has gone 0 for 2 against Fruto, plus a sacrifice fly. Brown even with third. The pitch to Curtis. Off speed and over for a strike 0-1. Rainiers with Dobbs, Bond, and Chu in left, center, and right. Brown, Cabrera, Youngbauer, and Sears, the infield third to first. Fruto pitching, Quiros catching. Now the 1 strike delivery to Pride. Fastball high, evens the count at 1-1. Curtis to be followed by Corey Myers and then Casey Smith. One ball, 1 strike. Now Fruto's pitch. Swing and a foul into the glove of the catcher Quiros on a changeup, and the count's 1-2. Fruto rated one of the best, or the best relief pitching prospect in the Texas League by that league's managers last year. Now Fruto ready, the 1-2 pitch to Pride. Bounces in and off the glove of the catcher Quiros. 2-2 the count on Curtis. Pride trying to get something going. The Bees need at least 1 batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. 2-2 the count on Pride. Fruto ready, the 2-2 pitch. Line foul into the seats behind the third base dugout. And down the left field line a bit. Hopefully everybody's all right. As that ball went into the crowd in a hurry. 2-2 the count on Curtis Pride. Tacoma 5, the Bees 3 here in the bottom of the ninth. Bees have not been able to yet this year come from behind and win a game in the ninth. They are 0-16. Or excuse me, 0-18. There's a pitch outside at the knees, ball 3. Fruto thought he had the outside corner. Three and 2, the count on Curtis. Tacoma trying to earn a split. He's trying to rally to make it 3 out of 4. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate as Curtis got a piece of that changeup and stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll greet you tomorrow from Fresno. 7:45 for the on-deck circle. 8:05 first pitch from Grizzly Stadium. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Pride is outside, ball 4, and the leadoff man's aboard. First walk issued by Fruto, the 4th given out by Tacoma pitching. Now here's Corey Myers 0 for 2. Fly to center field his last time up. So Pride at first, Myers the tying run at the plate. The pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. The power game, not Myers' strength. He hit 4 home runs in 82 games for Tucson last year. No balls, 1 strike. The infield double play depth. Brown guarding the line at third, even though it's a 2-run lead. The pitch. Myers takes off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Myers not particularly enthralled with the call. He thought it was high. No balls, 2 strikes. Casey Smith, 2 next. Myers, feet spread apart, open stance. The 0-2 from Fruto. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And Myers with some worries for the home plate umpire on his way back to the dugout. First strikeout for Fruto, and there's 1 down here in the 9th. Here's Casey Smith, who was the first batter Fruto faced last inning, and he hit Casey in the left shoulder with a 3-2 pitch. So now, runner at first base, 1 out. The pitch. Fastball inside corner for a strike, 0-1, and that one wasn't even close. The catcher, Quiros, had to reach over to his left, and that ball nearly grazed Casey. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Again, the regular umpires come back June 12th. Not that they're perfect, but they're more consistent. Strike 1 to Smith looked more like a ball than ball 3 looked to Curtis Pride. The 1-1. Smith swings and lines 1 foul, twisting out of play down the right field line. So the count on Casey, 1-2. Reggie Willits, 2 next. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Smith. Pride at first, 1 out. Fruto ready, the pitch on the way. Low, ball 2, and Fruto upset on the mound. He thought he had that one. Takes his glove off, walks to the back side of the mound. Quiros, the catcher, is going to go out and try to calm Fruto down. You think Casey Smith looked like he had taken a step towards the dugout. So I guess the count of 2-2 is where it should be in the first place. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Casey 0 for 2 tonight, but he is 5 for 15 in this series. He'd like to make it 6 for 16. The 2-2 to Smith. Foul back and out of play. That one up into Sweet 8. 2-2 the count. Fan bobbled it, picks it up off the ground, but by tomorrow morning he'll tell everybody that he caught it on the fly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Casey. Swinging a ground ball back to third. Brown plays it, goes to second for 1. Back to first, safe. So the Bees still have their hopes alive. Pride erased on the 5-4 out at second base. So now runner at first, 2 out, and it's up to Reggie Willits. 1 for 3 in the ball game. His only home run this year has come from the left side of the plate. And the Bees down to their last out. Casey Smith at first with 2 down. Trudeau ready. The pitch to Willits. And it's outside at the knees. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. The infield back trying to knock down anything they can. Trudeau ready. The outfield straight away. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses low. Ball 2. My Series Taurus is due next. Two balls, no strikes. Time called momentarily. Now everybody ready. 2-0 the count on Willits, who steps back into the batter's box. Trudeau from the stretch, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 3. A wide one would put the tying run on base and to bring the potential go-ahead run and winning run to the plate. 3 balls, no strikes on Willits. Trudeau's pitch. And that's high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. So now Smith at second. Willits the tying run at first. And now here's My Series Taurus. 2 for 3. He's walked, doubled, struck out, and singled. So 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Smith at second, Willits at first. Brown even with the bag at third. Activity beginning to stir in the Tacoma bullpen. Trudeau ready, and the pitch to his Taurus. Down the middle is strike 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield, not playing back. Usually in this situation, you see them playing back to keep a ball from going through the alley. There's a pitch high for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith the lead at second. Willits at first. Trudeau stares in, gets his sign from his catcher, Quiros, but now time is called. One ball, 1 strike. Rene Cortez up in the Tacoma bullpen. A 1-1 to his Taurus. Breaking ball, strike, and at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Tacoma dugout moving Todd Sears closer to the line at first. 1-2, the count on his Taurus. Trudeau ready. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Youngbauer's got it over to first, and that's the ball game, and the Rainiers get the split by winning the last 2 games of this series. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, and 2 runners were left on base. The final score, Tacoma 5 and the Bees 3. Back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Med One Medical. Med One Medical.
Are
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs. Or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, the Tacoma Rainiers broke it open with a 3-run sixth inning. The Bees tried to come back, but their rally attempt fell short as Tacoma wins the last 2 games of this series to earn a split at 2-2. Here are the final totals for Tacoma. 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 5 runners left on base. For the Bees, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on base. The winning pitcher, Quentin Najat, 6-3. The loser, Jeff Haverlow, 0-2. Time of the game, 2 hours, 53 minutes. 7,481 the paid here tonight, as it was a 2-1 ball game, but then Nate Bland came out of the bullpen and was roughed up coming in. Afterwards, he settled down, but Todd Sears singled, Hunter Brown doubled, an RBI single for Cabrera, and a 2-run single by Quiros gave the Rainiers a 5-1 lead. The Bees got 2 in the 8th and had runners at first and second with nobody out, but could not cut into the lead any further as the next 3 batters were retired without the runners advancing. So the Bees dropped to 31-23 on the year, while the Rainiers move up above 500 at 27-26. Again, the Bees began the night with a 2-game lead over Portland. If the Beavers win, it's back down to 1. Tacoma in 3rd place, 3.5 games now off the pace in the division. Right now, it's time for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. For that, we go to the 2nd inning with a runner at second base and nobody out. Guillermo Quiros at the plate facing Jeff Haverlow. Now Haverlow's pitch. Ground ball, backhanded on a sliding stop by Isturis at third. Gets up and throws to first for the out. Fine play by Maicer Isturis, taking extra bases and an RBI away from Guillermo Quiros. And so that is our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs. Mountains West Ranches Recreation Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting for you. We'll come back with the Abra Out of Town scoreboard next here on ESPN 1230.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys that saw an All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them, you come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888 Hall of Fame. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where Tacoma tops the Bees tonight by a final score of 5-3. Time now for a look at the other scores around the Pacific Coast League as well as Major League Baseball on our Abra scoreboard. And we will start in the PCL. Nashville pushed across a run in the bottom of the 11th to defeat Iowa 6-5. That allows the Sounds to extend their divisional lead to 7 full games over Iowa. Oklahoma topped Albuquerque 4-1. Round Rock just scored a run in the bottom of the 9th. They're still in progress, tied 7-7. Round Rock still batting in the bottom of the 9th. Omaha defeated New Orleans 5-1. At Portland, Colorado Springs leads the Beavers 4-3. 2 home runs for George Piedra for the Sky Sox. Jack Cuss with his 11th for Portland. At Las Vegas in the 5th, Sacramento leads the 51s 8-3. And at Fresno in the 6th, the Grizzlies lead Tucson 2-0. In the major leagues, they're going to the bottom of the 9th at Oakland. Minnesota leading the Athletics 2-1. Justin Morneau's 2-run home run in the 8th, putting Minnesota ahead. The A's run coming out a homer by Frank Thomas. Seattle shut out Kansas City 4-0. It was a scoreless game in the 7th when Jose Lopez and Raul Ibanez hit back-to-back home runs. Jared Weaver's now 2-0 as an Angel as the Angels beat the Cleveland Indians 10-3. The Yankees got a run in the 9th to edge Baltimore 6-5. Kevin Youkilis hit a 2-out, 2-run home run at the top of the 9th to give Boston a 3-2 win at Detroit. Toronto scores 9 runs in the 9th to beat Tampa Bay 13-4. And Texas pushed across a run in the 9th to beat the White Sox 4-3. In the National League, in a game shortened to 6 innings by a rain in Pittsburgh, San Diego shut out the Pirates 7-0. In the bottom of the 11th at St. Louis, the Cardinals and the Cubs are tied 4-4. Final in Denver, Florida beats Colorado 4-2 as Dontrell Willett picks up just his 2nd win of the year. At Los Angeles in the 5th, the Phillies lead the Dodgers 3-2. Chase Utley and Ryan Howard have homered for the Fighting Phils. Cincinnati routs Houston at Minute Maid Park 14-3. At Milwaukee, Washington whips the Brewers 10-4. Former Buzzman Damian Miller hit his 5th home run of the year for Milwaukee. 2 rainouts in the National League, San Francisco at New York and Arizona at Atlanta. And that is your Abra scoreboard update. We'll come back and give you some scoring highlights from this game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300, serving the heart of your home and business.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and tureen tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Well, here at Franklin Covey Field, the Tacoma Rainiers, for the 4th straight game, scored first, and for the 3rd time, they did it in the first inning with a runner at second base and 2 outs. Greg Dobbs was at the plate. Again, Haverlow set. The 2-2 pitch. Lined into center field, a base hit. Here comes Bond around third. Willits comes up throwing towards the plate, cut off by Elward. It's an RBI single for Greg Dobbs, and it's 1-0 Tacoma. Rainiers made it 2-0 in the second when Hunter Brown walked, stole second base, and scored on a double to left center field by Asdrubal Cabrera. So at that point, it was 2-0 Tacoma. The Bees would get a run back in the 4th, but had a chance for more as Myceres Torres led off with a double. Howie Kendrick was hit by a pitch. Nick Gorneau grounded a double down the left field line. Torres scored, and Kendrick was thrown out trying to score all the way from first. He was out by plenty. So instead of second and third, nobody out. Runner at second base, 1 out, and the Bees were unable to capitalize any further. Then in the 6th inning, the Rainiers opened up their lead as Sears singled, Brown doubled, Asdrubal Cabrera singled Sears in, with Cabrera taking second on a throw to the plate error by Nick Gorneau. And then both Cabrera and Brown scored on a single to left by Guillermo Quiros, and it was 5-1 Tacoma. The Bees would threaten in the 8th. Casey Smith opened up the inning, hit by a pitch. Then Reggie Willett singled. Myceres Torres singled to right, loading the bases with nobody out for Howie Kendrick. Bruto bent over, looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Quiros. The 1-0 to Kendrick. Line to the right center field, a base hit. In to score Smith. Willits being waved on in as the throw goes to third. It's a 2-run single for Howie Kendrick, and it's now Tacoma 5 and the Bees 3. But that would be the end of the rally as Nick Gorneau flies to left. Jeff Baptist fouls out, and Mike Elward grounds into an inning-ending fielder's choice. The Bees would get a couple of men on in the 9th, but Myceres Torres ground out to Scott Youngbauer at second base, ended the threat, and the Rainiers have the win. They split the series. The Bees still lead the overall season series, 7-5, with 4 more between these two teams the final 4 days in the month of August. So Tacoma wins it by a score of 5-3. The Bees hit the road for 9 days, and we'll preview the road trip coming up next after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive did it, the home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in to score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
Number 3,000 for one of the great players of all time, George Brett.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-Hall of Fame.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
So the Bees fall to Tacoma here 5-3. They head to Fresno in the morning to begin a 4-game series tomorrow night with the Grizzlies. Left-hander Joe Saunders at 6-2 takes the mound for Salt Lake against right-hander Jeff Peterson, who's 2-1. 8:05 first pitch will be on the air at 7:45 with the on-deck circle. On Sunday, it'll be right-hander Casey Olenberger, 3-1 against former Buzz pitcher Matt Kinney, who's 4-3. Stephen Shell at 2-2 goes Monday night. By the way, that Sunday game is a 3:05 start Mountain Time. 8:05 on Monday with right-hander Stephen Shell, 2-2 against right-hander James Garcia, 4-2. And then on Tuesday afternoon, a 1:05 start Mountain Time. Angels pitcher Bartolo Colon gets the rehab start for the Bees against left-hander Michael Tejera, who's 3-2, an off day Wednesday, and then it's on to Tucson for a 4-game series that evening, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So the Bees fall to Tacoma. Our thanks to Isaac back in our studios here in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 53 minutes, and in front of 7,481, the final score, the Tacoma Rainiers 5 and the Salt Lake Bees 3. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long to the ballpark.
This has been the 10th Inning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.